Hello everyone. Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Never Back Down. Sorry, just let me get my camera at the better angle here. That's better. This movie is it's a mixed martial arts movie. I figured it kind of went on with a theme of like what I was trying to go for, like the action horror genre I'm trying to stick with right now. So I will continue doing this. I'm going to review the second movie as well, just to kind of get some content to you guys over the holidays, and then get back into filming my regular videos as well. So this movie is about mixed martial arts, as I mentioned. It's about I guess, kind of troubled youth. He's in high school, I do believe, and his brother is much younger than him, probably in middle school or public school, possibly, because this film isn't set in the States. So he moves with his mother and his brother from Iowa to, damn it, give me a second, I'll think of it, somewhere in Florida. I can't think of the city now, though. Was it? Hold on here. Where did I set my phone? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna. Orlando. Is Orlando. I just thought of it. So they move from Iowa to Orlando, Florida, and then he kind of gets introduced into this whole like mixed martial arts world, which he has never even been, which he didn't know anything about until he, I guess, moved to Florida. So basically, all these kids try to get him to fight. His dad died due to a drunk driving accident, and he was in the car with him. It kind of shows flashbacks throughout the movies, or throughout the movie, throughout the movie, as to how he could have helped his father and basically just driven the car instead of his dad. So people seem to use that against him. Even in the opening scene, they're playing football, and he keeps tackling the one player who's getting the receptions on the other team, and then he says something about his dad, and that just sets him off. And there's a fight, and he knocks the kid out in one punch. So then when he moves to Orlando, all these kids that are into the MMA scene see that. The main guy, Ryan, challenges him to a fight after the girl that Jake likes asks him to a party. What was her name in the movie? Just so I know. Anyhow, yeah, she invites him to a party. Jake and Ryan end up fighting. He obviously gets beaten up because he has no mixed martial arts background as opposed to Ryan. So he begins to train. Max takes him under his wing and shows him this gym that he's been training at. So he gets Jake to train at the same one. Sorry, I'm just typing this in as I'm explaining. Never back down. Hold on here a second. Oh yeah, Baja. So, the girl's name in the movie is Baja, played by Amber Heard. I'm sure you know who that is if you've watched any of the newer DC movies like Aquaman and that sort of thing. Anyhow, kind of rambling on here now. So he starts training. Ryan sees that Jake's getting better because he ends up beating up 3 guys in the street because he's all upset about somebody else bringing up his dad too, even after Ryan's brought it up and they've had their fight. Somebody else brings it up as well, I guess. I think, again, I can't remember who it was, though, that sets him off. So he gets kicked out of the gym. He goes back to talk to the trainer, who lets him back in after he tells the story about his dad, because he says basically that's his escape, is the gym. That's where he doesn't feel angry. This is Jake talking. So they let him back into the gym. He begins training again. Then Max is leaving the gym one day, and Ryan just says, "Drive with me. I'll take you Back to the house, you can show us some of your new moves that you've been learning. Max doesn't think anything of it, says yes. Ryan then beats him up, leaves him on Jake's doorstep. So then, of course, Jake goes to the beatdown, which is like the main competition at the end of the movie that they're going to enter. And anyway, Ryan ends up getting kicked out for eye gouging his second last opponent, basically, because everybody knows that it probably would have come down between Jake and Ryan in the end anyway for the championship match. That's what most of the people at the beatdown were hoping for, anyhow. So Jake taps during his semifinal fight, goes out in the parking lot. Of course, he then begins to walk away from Ryan. Ryan gets mad, then they start fighting in the parking lot, and inevitably Jake is able to end up beating him this time around because he's had the proper training. And it was just it was a really good fight scene as far as mixed martial arts movies go. The soundtrack in this movie was really good. I mean, this is an old one. I think this movie was made in like 2008 or 9. I'm not exactly sure. It's been around for a while though, so I've seen it quite a few times. But it is a really good movie as far as mixed martial arts go. The only downfall I would say this movie has is probably the whole like that I don't know, for that decade. I guess that story was kind of really overdone. The whole broken home thing, and then having the douchebag character end up being not really as they try to play him off as like he's not really as bad as he says he is, but you don't really ever really feel sorry for him. I guess he probably takes some form of abuse from his father. Ryan does. It's kind of handed at a little bit in the movie in one scene where his dad kind of slaps him in the face and says, "You being smart to me in front of your friends, trying to look all tough, blah, 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 blah." That scene, yeah. Anyhow. So I guess in the end, Jake kind of gets what he wants. He fought his fight. Now he doesn't have to fight again. He's trained for his purpose, and now he's fulfilled it. And then that's where the movie ends, basically. It's just kind of Jake and Ryan giving each other a nod because now they have respect for one another and they can just go on about their lives. Ryan kind of knows that he isn't the best of the best anymore. He can be defeated. I think that's kind of what he needed to humble him. So I would give this movie a 7.5 out of 10, just because that storyline has been done so many times. Even in today's by today's standards, I guess that story is still done, maybe not quite as frequently. But, yeah, I guess bullying is always some sort of issue, so to put it in a mixed martial arts movie was kind of a creative way of doing it. So, yeah, I would, but still, just because that storyline seems to be kind of beaten, they beat it like a dead horse sometimes in certain movies, or at least with this movie, that's kind of what it seems like. It could have maybe been better if it had have just been more focused on the fighting aspect rather than that sort of story like guy comes in from a broken home, ends up getting the girl. It's just, yeah, it's kind of like a too good to be true story type thing. I mean, I'm not saying that never happens, but yeah, just for the sake of that, it just sounded too good to be true. So, but still a really good movie. I highly recommend you go watch it. If you're into mixed martial arts, definitely go watch this film. I'm currently going to be watching the second one now, so we'll see if that one's any better. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.